Hello, dear students. Today we are going to write an email giving advice. Open your books at page 76. An email giving advice is an informal piece of writing to a friend, relative, or someone we know well. We usually start with Dear, Hi, plus first name. In the first paragraph, we give our opening remarks and the reason for writing. I'm writing to. We give our piece of advice in separate paragraphs. In the last paragraph, we express the hope that our advice was helpful as well as giving closing remarks. We sign off with an informal ending, for example, bye for now, and our first name. An email giving advice usually includes an introduction in which you express sympathy to your friend's problem and offer to give some advice. A main body of 2 paragraphs which include pieces of advice and their possible results. A conclusion with the hope that your advice has helped and closing remarks. Now let's get acquainted with new words, listen to them, write down in your vocabularies.
Colloquial. Drop somebody a line.
Focus on.
Go online. Keep somebody posted.
Make time.
Online.
Put off. Share.
Sort out.
Take up. Time limit. Turn out. Under the weather.
And exercise 1. You are to read the rubric and look at the key words in bold. Answer the questions. Your English friend is having trouble studying for school at home. He or she has written an email to you asking you for advice about how to study better. Write your email about 180 words. In exercise 2, you are to read the email and match the paragraph to the descriptions below. Let's read. Hi Danny. Thanks for the email. Sorry to hear you're feeling a bit under the weather. I had trouble studying last year too, so perhaps I can give you some advice. To start with, if I were you, I'd make sure that I had a quiet place to study. You should turn off the TV, switch off your smartphone, and only go online if it's for research. If you do that, you'll be able to concentrate a lot better. Why don't you plan your studying? Set yourself a time and a time limit. For example, you could say that you are going to study for 2 hours at 7 o'clock. That way you won't put off studying and do something else. Also, it would be a good idea to join an online study group. If you do this, you'll get lots of support from other students. This really helped me, and I made lots of new friends too. Hope my advice helps. I'm sure you'll soon sort out the problem. Let me know what happens. Best wishes, Aijan. And let's check the task. The first paragraph, A, is for sympathy for friend's problem and offer of help. The second paragraph, B, is 1, first piece of advice and possible results. The third paragraph, C, is 3, second piece of advice and possible results. Paragraph number 4, D, it's 5, third piece of advice and possible results. And the last paragraph, E, is 2, hope that things will go well and closing remarks. In exercise 3, we are to decide whether the sentences are opening remarks or closing remarks. Mark the sentence as OR, opening remarks, or CR, closing remarks. Let's check. Let me know how things turn out. Closing remarks. Say hello to your family for me. Closing remarks. How are things? Opening remarks. Thanks for your email. Opening remarks. Sorry to hear about your problems. Opening remarks. Well, that's all for now. Closing remarks. Let me give you some advice. Opening remarks. Write back soon. Closing remarks. I thought I'd drop you a line too. Opening remarks. All the best and keep me posted. Closing remarks. And exercise 4. You are to replace the opening and closing remarks in the email with remarks from the ones below. In the 5th exercise, we shall remember our rules for informal style. Let's read the writing tip. Informal style is used to write to friends, relatives, and other people we are close to. It is friendly and chatty. Informal style includes short forms. For example, instead of we are, we may say we're going to the art gallery tomorrow. Phrasal verbs. For example, sorry I can't come, but I've got to look after my little brother. Colloquial expressions and idioms. For example, it was raining cats and dogs all day. Omission of pronouns. For example, I've got to go now. Got to go now, we may say. Informal linkers. Also, I've got football practice on Saturday morning. Exercise 6. The first and the last paragraph below have been written in formal style. You are to rewrite them in informal style. Let's read and listen to the examples.
Dear James, thanks for your email. I'm very sorry about your problem. The same thing happened to me last year. Let me give you some advice. Got to go now. Let me know if my advice helped. Say hello to your family for me. Yours, Elizabeth.
In exercise 7, you are to find the ways the writer of the email makes suggestions. You are to know when we give advice, we make suggestions. We can do this in these ways. How about trying an after-school club? Why don't you make a list of the advantages or the disadvantages? You could or should ask your other friends for help. It would be a good idea to cut out junk food and fizzy drinks. Have you thought about volunteering at the local homeless shelter? If I were you, I'd tell your parents or a teacher. In exercise 8, you are to make suggestions using the ideas. Number 1. Take up a sport and eat healthily.
You should take up a sport and eat healthily.
Number 2. Share your worries with your parents.
Why don't you share your worries with your parents?
Number 3. Focus on the cause of the stress.
It would be a good idea to focus on the cause of the stress.
And the last, make time for fun and relaxation.
If I were you, I'd make time for fun and relaxation.
In exercise 9, you are to read the writing tip and give possible results for the pieces of advice below. When we give a piece of advice, we always say what the result of the piece of advice is. We can do this in several ways. For example, this will help by taking your mind off your problems. If you do this or that, you will feel a lot better very soon. This way, you will soon forget about all your worries. Then you'll have plenty of time to do what you want.
That way you will feel healthier, and being active will help relieve your stress.
Then you will have support from the people who love you.
If you do this, you'll reduce your anxiety.
This will help by allowing you to take your mind off your problems and enjoy yourself.
And your task is exercise 10. Your English friend is taking exams next month, but he or she is very stressed about them. He or she has written an email to you asking for your advice about dealing with stress. Write an email to your friend about 180 words. You are to use the plan to write your mail. Let's look at the plan. Hi! In the first paragraph, you will express sympathy to friend's problem, offer help. In paragraph 2, you will give first piece of advice and possible results. In paragraph 3, there will be a second piece of advice, and in paragraph 4, the third one. In paragraph 5, you will express hope that things will go well, closing remarks. Then you will write best wishes and your name. Now, let's listen to the example.
Hi, John. Sorry to hear you're so stressed about your exams. I was stressed about my exams last year too. Let me give you some advice. To start with, why don't you share your worries with your parents? Then you will have support from the people who love you. If I were you, I'd make time for fun and relaxation. This will help by allowing you to take your mind off your problems and enjoy yourself. Also, you should take up a sport and eat healthily. That way, you will feel healthier and being active will help relieve your stress. Hope my advice helps. Let me know how things turn out. Say hello to your family for me. Best wishes, Ulan.